All right, everyone, welcome back for the episode of Carnivore Trades. Today is Tuesday, January 7th, 2025. If you're not done so already, please give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And come find me on carnivoretrades.com for swing trading alerts, analysis, and live day trading. And do have that course sale on until the 17th, 40% off. Use promo code COURSE25, or you can send me a message and if you have any questions. Really good stuff in that. Lots of new updates that I just rolled out over like 3 years worth of more data. So, but anyway, let's get into it today here. So markets today, a lot of volatility, and this volatility is, well, kind of lately we've been like directionless, haven't we? Which has been a bit exhausting. Great for day trading though. We actually caught short on the open this morning. Closed right after the jolts, and then we caught two lows, one in ES and then one in the NQ in the afternoon. It got stopped out on both the runners, but still pocketing money nonetheless, and the volatility is very nice here. We are bouncing right now as we get to the end of the day, but pretty good sell, and definitely fits the criteria for gap and crap. What's the culprit? You guys already know it. It's NVDA. Jensen, you didn't deliver, buddy. You just didn't get it done last night. I'm just kidding, but Tesla down 4.6 as well, and Apple also another culprit down 1.27. But I think a lot of this here, 140, right? Notice where we stopped, right? And we stopped pretty fast. So this made a beeline for that 140 handle, and we just kind of pinned all day long. There was a little bit of call skew yesterday, I think, for next week. I think a lot of this is kind of getting walked back right now. And you can see here right around, so obviously we'll talk about jolts in a second, but you can see right around 3 o'clock, we were stuck, and I did the short video this morning, and I said, like, watch for 590 to get tested. And we did that, and there was nothing sitting here except 590. And then around 3 o'clock, they just came in with ODTEs. The reason I know it's ODTE is because I'm looking at it right now. And it's not one strike, it's a bunch of them. So there's just like put buyers slamming puts on the tape right now. But nonetheless, pretty good sell continuation. I didn't think we would necessarily continue here. I thought we almost kind of had like a little, I mean, I wasn't against the idea of coming down, but almost like a little falling wedge. Thought we might kind of do one of those. And then if they wanted to test the lows today, or excuse me, tomorrow, they could do it. But nonetheless, they pushed it down today. What happened? Jolts obviously coming in hotter than expected. ISM a little hotter than expected too, but not really the story. I want to talk about this though, and what this sets up here before we get into the charts. So let's look at yields. Everybody's panicking about yields right now, and I don't know. I think you guys know my thoughts here. I think we're closer to a pivot high than we are to a low, and I think this just gets us even closer. So right now, it's almost like you can feel the room here, right? It's like it's warming up, it's warming up, it's warming up. It's like the water's boiling, the water's boiling, the water's boiling. Right, and it's almost boiling over here. People are literally like on the edge of their seat, gripping their desks, like sweating bullets here over yields. This is what I always like about Jobs Week, is because this happens every single time, right? Jolts is always Tuesday, ADP is always Wednesday, jobless claims is Thursday, and then Friday's non-farm payroll. The market is now super conditioned to be scared, like they're scared out of their pants right now about inflation. So it's going to take a really hot jobs number Friday to move the needle. I think this market here is pricing that in, specifically, obviously, the 10-year. Twos don't seem to really care, do they? So it's that long end, which, bear steepener could be signaling, the R word. But right now, 30s are almost at 5 again. I think, it's likely we'll probably try and pierce that. At this point, it'll probably try and test. And who knows, yields can shoot fast and hard. So, maybe they do one of those double tops and then come in. But I'm kind of getting more on the bear side here of yields. I'm not trading it yet, but if I see a setup I like, I probably will take it. I think that will calm risk assets down. The dollar coming in will calm risk assets down. It'll help out EMs too, emerging markets. But to me, I think you're going to have like the hottest print of all time in order to get yields to go up and then stay up, right? Because at some point you're going to hit critical mass of people who are willing to short bonds, right? before a pivot. Now, again, I'm not saying yields aren't going to keep going up. I've made this very clear over a long time. But near term, you know, we're traders. I don't care about 10 years from now. I don't care about 5 years from now. I care about making money here today. I think that risk is to the downside. Additionally, if we don't get a hot print, what do you think is going to happen now? Right? Or if it's just a Goldilocks print, it doesn't have to be a cold print. It could just be Goldilocks. It could just be less hot, you know. So just keep that stuff in mind here. Market is getting a bounce here. They're holding 5,900 by the close. And yeah, they went a little bit deeper than I would have thought today. I thought we could have hit this maybe tomorrow. But, you know, we're getting in the cut right today. We were up 200 points in 2 days, by the way. So look at this, you know, 59.30. It's 58.30 to, you know, 60.23. If you look at the futures, actually, yeah, 50.75, 58.75, 60.70. That's a massive move. And you can see here, we just clipped the 618, and we're going to close above that here. Market's set to close in 5 minutes. One thing I also find very interesting here too, notice how the Russell, every time we have a down day, the Russell's outperforming, right? Remember that whole stretch, and I kept talking about it. But whenever the market is up, the Russell can't, you know, rally with it. It's like the Russell rallies only once. It's like at the end, and then it catches up all at once. But right now, yeah, again, since we're around this, 225 is still the level here. This might even test 220 tomorrow. We'll see about that. So you'd want to see pivot lows there for bulls, for SPX. Again, 58.70 back in play. They were trying to target 58.80 actually with ODTEs a few minutes ago. So they were really coming in hard there. Again, I think, you know, put prems were like really, really cheap. So I think some of this call skews coming off. But anyway, yeah, QQQ, we all know 515 is a big level. That's continued to hold here. And we got a bounce. I did cut my little runner there. I'd probably still, it's probably going to come up and back test us, but I just wanted to go into tomorrow and nice and clean. So 3 for 3 on the day. I'm not going to try and push it. And then we got 590 here, SPY. That will probably get tested tomorrow. Whether that's in the afternoon or the morning, that's different. But again, we talked about this area being major resistance. I just didn't think we'd get there in one day. And pretty good sell off that. So great market for day trading, but make sure if you're trading this level to level, you got to be taking profits. You got to be getting out because, you know, I take about 2/3 to 70% off, you know, when I win, you know, when I get decently in the money, and then, you know, leave runners, and that enables me to hold through these little drawdowns in case they come down, right? And then they grab liquidity. Right, I don't get stopped out because I have, you know, so much embedded profit. So, but anyway, yeah, that's what we're looking at here. You want me to make a bunch of predictions? I won't do it. You know, we're just, you know, I'm just giving you the levels right here, and you still have a bear inside bar here, but I don't like how it's taken a long time to break down, and you know, the weekly is still pretty sharp here. So we'll see. Maybe they drop it down. We can drop it down a little bit more. I wouldn't be against it. You got that QQQ falling wedge there. And it could, you know, shoot down one more time. So we'll see. Then, yeah, that would take you down to like the whole round number of 500. So that's a ways away from here, though. But I think if we're down or chopped down into jobs, yields put in a pivot, I think this market can get a pretty good catalyst to the upside. We'll see. Diamond here, down 1.8, $1.82 rather. A little bit softer. We never quite got to this trend line either. So it's, there we go. So it's still in play there. You can see on the YM, you know, same kind of thing. You know, maybe the 200, you know, down there as well. SMH again, outside move, but really not the end of the world just yet. I'm extending that out. This could, you know, always back test here, but definitely good engulfing. So wide range engulfing there. Be careful for that. We'll be watching the weekly close very, very closely. IGV down 2.5. So I don't know. You want to call it a head and shoulder? Like, can we do that? Can we cheat? I guess we can put this here. Technically, you closed below it already, and then you closed above. So I usually don't really like to entertain it after that. It's kind of sloppy. That said, if this does play out like measured move wise, I'd love it at $90 if we get a bigger correction. But that's a ways away. Let's not even worry about that. Transport's managing to be green. And by the way, there was a lot of green on the tape today. Like fins are still up nicely. You know, it's not the worst advanced decline for a market that's down 1.8 on the Qs and 1.1 on the spiders. Again, a lot of the selling was NVDA, Apple, and Tesla. So, looks like, yeah, Microsoft came in by the end of the day. That was hanging in there, though, earlier. Google as well. But Google, nothing terrible. Amazon down. What else? Meta. Yeah, Meta hanging in there. Lex is fine. Broadcom, TSM outside move, but they had an all-time high yesterday. So anyway, there's the bell. Looks like the Russell got a little pop into the close. Yeah, so we held above 5,900 even, 5,910. But anyway, we talked about rates, XHB. Again, this is just, I think this is interesting. If you get down, like, if rates really pop and this gets down close to 100, I might even take a look at it for a quick long. But it might need to wash out a little bit first. But I think this and VNQ could be areas. I'll have to look at levels on these. But I think these could be areas on the long side. If we, you know, if this scenario that I'm talking about happens where we get a pivot in yields. Or you could just buy TLT, but, you know, that's another thing. TLT, you know, it's basically, oh my God, like, can you believe this? Like, look at this chart. That's unbelievable. So XLF again was strong today, down 10 cents, but, you know, pretty strong relative to everything else. And yeah, it was green up until that last, you know, power hour there. KRE down just 56 cents, not the end of the world. ABE kind of bear flagging there. I think there's a lot of support in here, though. I think it's going to take some more time. Otherwise, it's heading back up. Broker dealers here finished off the lows. Oil up 74 cents. No new highs, though. But I did have a nice move here. So it may need to consolidate or pull back. But again, 71 to 72 are your first areas. If it breaks back below, then that's a failed breakout. And then that would be ugly. I don't think that's going to happen, though. XLE up 87 cents. So again, up in a down tape. We made note of this. Strong in a down tape. A few sectors that were strong today, too, by the way. Biotech up 66 cents. Again, it came off the highs, but in a down tape, that's good. And same thing with XLV. Off the highs, but up in a down tape. So healthcare-related stocks hanging in there. But yeah, energy, XLE held up. XOP up 1.13 and OIH up 1.5. So again, energy strong. So far, that quarter one thesis is working out. So, what do we got here? CCJ, yeah, way outside, right? You know, like Bob Uecker from Major League 2. But anyway, down 6% here. Hit the 56 handle yesterday, and then really good outside move. So be quick. You know, maybe we'll get down to that 49 area after all. But really, just dramatic reversal here. Same thing with NM and NJ. Dramatic reversal on a lot of things. So very good price action for trading here. Again, take gains, level to level here. Look at nat gas, right? 6% yesterday, and then down 6% today. Take gains, level to level here. Still may have a higher low, though. Yeah, dollar we just touched on. It's holding the 20, so no real damage here. I think it's still kind of, I think it's top heavy. So what I do really like, and you guys already know this, is gold. So I think gold is in a really strong position here. In fact, if you don't want to play TLT, if you don't want to play XHP, and if you don't want to play VNQ on this type of a thesis here, I think you just play gold. Why? Look at yields, right? They're ripping higher. The dollar is ripping higher. And gold is green. Like, it's only, what, 4% off of the all-time high? Guys, even silver is green today. Right? PMs are telling you. So if we get, like, cool, God forbid, cool jobs data, these are going to take off. At least they should. If they're holding up, right, with higher yields, these should be, I mean, this can go to 3K. I still think that will happen by end of Q1 or maybe early Q2. But look at how strong precious metals are right here in the face of strong, I mean strong dollar and strong yields. like literally panic level yields here. We're like I said, it's boiling over. Like we're almost up to here right now. I can feel the panic and the hysteria, which I love as a trader because I do very well when people start doing that. But anyway, platinum up 3.5. Yeah, like level, right? Like look at this breakout. Nope, just kidding. Breakdown. Nope, just kidding. Take gains level to level in these markets, guys. But nice move on platinum. Palladium still wedging up. It's starting to get interesting as well. Copper is hammering, right? It's not rejecting. It's hammering on this. That's 2 days in a row with a higher high. So I'd say the odds of this breaking are getting higher here. So we'll continue to watch that. All right, and then crypto finally had a bloody day. It hasn't had one in a while. Good outside move, again, rejecting that 100K handle. I did check the IBIT levels. It's $60. So that's our level right now for next week. And we'll just assume that that's going to be a cap for now. If they take that out, we're going to squeeze hard. I don't think we will, though. At least not right now. But I told you that. I tell you this last week. You guys make notes of these things. I said when you have a range that's this tight for a while, a lot of the time the first move doesn't work. So, you know, just watch out for that. So all the alts getting hit here. I don't know. Is this like massive risk off? Is this what's saying? No, I don't think so. I think that if that was the case, like this should have like been crashing already. And these other alts should have been crashing already. You know, typically when you have a big market top, the riskiest assets will top at least a month or so sooner, and they'll be like already hemorrhaging. I just haven't really seen that yet. We'll see though. You know, it's up to bears to prove it. They've showed up right here at our trend line, and we've been watching that very closely. We knew 6K was going to be resistance. 600 SPY. It was a nice call yesterday. But 618 held by the close, and the 5900 held by the close. Also bulls here too, just for what it's worth. You could put in like a V here, WV. You hit the 618 already, so we'll see. There's lots of scenarios. I'm kind of more in the, we're going to be in a little bit of chop here until non-farm payroll. I think non-farm payroll is going to be what tells the story. So anyways, guys, I'll wrap it up here. You guys take care. Come find me on carnivoretrades.com. I'll see you guys all tomorrow.